beautiful day in Los Angeles today. The 17th annual Los Angeles, Italia Film, Fashion and Art Festival is kicking off, and at the Chinese Theater 1 p.m. the movie Il Sorpasso, directed by the legendary director Dino Risi, starring the one and only mattatore of the global cinema Vittorio Gassman, is opening a movie festival which is both a showcasing of the most recent productions and a tribute to legends such as Vittorio Gassman, but also Dante, Spinotti, who's going to be honored at the Italian Institute of Culture next Friday, as well as the two of the three Italian nominated people, Enrico Casarosa, wonderful animation director for Luca, produced by the Disney Pixar, and also Massimo Cantini Parrini, the wonderful costume designer for the movie Cyrano by Joe Wright. The third and the most, you know, the one that creates me a lot of emotion is my hometown fellow Paolo Sorrentino, who's actually going to be with us tomorrow at 6:30 at Chinese Theater for showing the movie The End of God. Thank you so much to Lisa Tabak to make it happen, and also he's gonna accept awards and make a Q&A after the screening. But today we're starting, and I have the privilege to have with me two big players. One Italiano 100%, like Gianni Nunnari, metti il telefono in orizzontale, Gianni. And the other one is Mark Canton, the honorary president of Los Angeles, Italia, but also of Ischia Global and Capri Hollywood. Gianni, Mark Canton, that in America they call Cantonioni, is becoming more Italian than you.
Lucky him. In the meantime, in the meantime, I don't know if you can be, I'm not Italian, I'm Roman.
Okay. Phenomenal. I am
right.
literally 1 mile away from the stadium, and I didn't even remember that is happening this. What's the score, Roma Lazio, at this time?
3-0, 3-0, and it's a fantastic game. And obviously, I get a phone call during the game, and before I go and play tennis, from who? From Pascal and Mark Canton. Typical.
So, 3-0 for who? For Lazio?
For Rome.
This was a provocation. So this is a very good day for the big one, Mourinho.
Yeah, big. Incredible game, really.
And Mark Canton is a sort of Mourinho of cinema, or not?
Thank you, yeah. I accept. So I just want to say, you know, it's very good that Johnny established that he's Roman, because in these serious times, you really have to know where you come from, more than ever. So bravo, Johnny, bravo, Pascal, and we miss you. Believe me, we miss you.
Well, thank you so much, but now you have a new Nunnari fellow in town. It's the young son of Gianni. I'm so happy that he finally could have a baby boy. So the Nunnari will be...
Pascal. Grazie. Thank you very much. Yes.
I have a big gift for him. What's his name?
Alexander John, for the friends AJ.
All right. Well, you look like Santa Claus with this beard. Do you want to emulate Mark Canton?
I know.
No, we're all good.
I'm always trying to look like Mark Canton, yeah.
So, guys, you
know,
should
Johnny
know...
and I have been working this year very closely together on several projects. And the truth, we are, you know, for years, we've been battling through the pandemic and other obstacles. And now we are moving forward with a number of really incredible movies that we won't talk about today, but in the next year, you may want us to get dressed up and get a little trophy again. We're very excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would like to remind to our audience that the two of them, Gianni Nunnari and Mark Canton, did one of the masterpieces of the action movie, such as 300 that launched in the global market Gerard Butler, Rodrigo
Right.
Santoro, Michael Fassbender, and is one of the movie that was the top box office, no?
Yes, it was fun. It was really, it was the first of what became a kind of cinema that hadn't been done before. So we're always proud of it. Now we're on to our new adventures together. But more important for this call, I think we want to shout out again to Paolo Sorrentino and everyone involved in Italian cinema about how impactful their work is this year. And Paolo's movie really reminded me of so much of everything I love about Naples and Italy, and incredible, we're all looking in these very hard times for things that make us emotionally connected. And the hand of God certainly did that for me.
So Gianni, you
Sì, Pascal.
you are in America for a long time already, and you always been dreaming to become what you became. You worked hard to make it, and I can tell that you are more Americano than Mark Canton, who is an Americano that want to be an Italiano. Why always an Italiano want to be Americano and an Americano want to be an Italiano?
No, honestly, I don't want to be Italian. I don't want to be American. I actually don't like all this. We live in a different century, and not to become somebody who's preaching about which country I am. Obviously, I left Italy when I was 24, and now I'm 62, which means I spent more time. Actually, it's not in America, in California, than the time I spent in Italy, even though I'm so still a deep Roman guy. You're right. I am very American, obviously, for because I live here for a long time. But the first 24 years of my life are like solid as the statue of Julius Caesar in Rome. That's how I see it. So the only real reason is like I'm really upset at Europe and at what's going on there. I'm talking about it, and Mark knows me. You know me also very well. This is a shame, and it needs to stop. I'm only going to say this.
Right. And we concur.
Mark, what do you want to add about
Yes.
it?
Well, I just want to say again, now tonight I understand that the opening night of the LA Italia, you have Bernie Hiller replacing the legend Pascal Vicedomini. I don't know. I hope that he does a good impersonation, but let me be very clear. Until you come back, I'm not coming back because
No,
there's nobody
no.
like you. There's nobody like you. And that's because you really created and cracked the code for this kind of network. And the reason I love Italy so much is because you gave me a real sense of familia there. And it always stays with me. So I have you to thank for that passion. And I have Italian cinema to thank for reminding me about the whole last 50 plus years of really powerful, important filmmaking. And unfortunately, as Gianni was alluding to, when you go back and look at a lot of the serious Italian films made since World War II, it's shocking that some of those earlier films could fit right into our society now. That's a shame, and shocking and unacceptable.
So, Gianni, how was the last year for you in terms of cinema? The balance between quality and we have also an Oscar winner, Nick Vallelonga. Hello, Nick.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And
Hey,
so,
Nick.
Hi.
Gianni, I was asking you what is the for you, your opinion, the last year of cinema, consider we are approaching the Oscar, between quality and of course audience. It seems that the pandemic really created a bigger gap between quality and box office, because it seems that the only movie working very well now, the blockbusters, are the superheroes.
Well, I think that's is like that from long time. The audience 4-0, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. 4-0.
For zero
Anyway,
Roma.
no, no. Anyway, no. Going back to your, I'm sorry. Going back to your question. Yeah, the audience is, it's a new audience. The system of how we watch entertainment is different. So it's COVID. It's like it was the perfect storm for the theater situation. But like Sony is showing, is that if you try to push for incredible and try to find quality, the audience still goes. Um, and that's what us producers always like, to see the theaters full of people following a story on the big screen. But for what concern us privately, even during COVID, we were reading books, developing material, and doing what we usually do, hoping that the world will come back close to what it was, or better.
Mark.
Cinema, the cinema will not, unfortunately, I mean, the way it is, it's like Steven Spielberg said yesterday about Squid Games. It was a game changer. And the truth of the matter is, I personally don't see a rebalance. Even if we come out of the pandemic and this horrific, unacceptable war, I think we'll continue to see these event movies, some of which Johnny and I are going to put there in movie theaters around the globe. But other movies like Coda, which is on Apple Original, our friend and the Ischia winner Patrick Waxberger's movie, which won the Producers Guild last night. Bravo! And if you see that, and if you see Jane Campion's movie, The Power of the Dog, these are the two likely Oscar winners. And really, you could watch each of them, no offense, on your phone, and you would still have the same experience. That's how I feel about it. And I think that that's where the the distinction is now. You don't, it's unfortunate, but it's the distinction. If you're gonna, the bigger your TV, the more you're gonna watch football, like Johnny is. You could watch Coda at the same time in your hand while you're watching a football match on a 65-inch television, and certainly if you're going to go see Spider-Man, you do that in the theater.
What do you think, Nick?
Well, that's a big, big issue, and I'm a movie guy. I love going to the movies, as I think we all do. So I'm more hoping that things will come back. There's nothing like the movie-going experience, and I know that for the most part, it has been the big blockbuster type action movies that are getting people in the theaters. But I think the experience of seeing a drama, a horror. I went to see a little indie horror movie last night called X, and the theater was packed, sold out. So there's still people wanting that experience. People always need to get out of your house. I remember when I'm old enough, obviously, when video first came out, they said it's going to kill kill the movies, and it did for a while. Oh, you could watch movies at home, blockbuster movies. Then Mark made Batman, the new Batman with, and people go out again. So I think it's the same thing. I think, like Mark said, we get out of this ugly, ugly war that's happening. We get people back in normal life. I think people will start going to the movies again because there's nothing like it. You can a first date for kids is still going to a movie. Families still want to go to the movies. I mean, The Godfather reissue, and I know it's The Godfather, but seeing that on a big screen again, what an amazing, amazing experience. So I'm hoping that we can go back. Like a Green Book that I did, would that be in a movie theater now? Maybe not. Maybe Mark's right.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
that's the type of movie that would
You
just
know, Nick and
that
I are working on
right.
a movie together now too, Pascal, that Nick wrote and is going to direct. So I don't know if you know that, but
No,
so
I'm
we've
glad.
talked about we talk about that a lot. Yes. So
Yes, and
but
the
you
big
don't
issue
know
with that
when
with
I made with Jennifer Aniston in 2014 the movie Cake, and that movie now would be a streaming movie. You know, it is what it is, but I think all of it is okay. You just have to still what we want to do is good stories well told, you know, and that's still what you want to draw people forward. Again, Johnny and I are very proud. We know you are, Pascal, of Patrick's movie because he's one of us. And it doesn't really matter. It's just very odd when you come to Hollywood, whether you're Johnny Nunnari or Nick Vallelonga or Mark Canton, and you come to Hollywood and you dream about being in the movie business, and then you see the movie that could win the Oscar is an Apple original, not a Warner Brothers picture, not a Paramount picture, not a Sony. It really is a reminder of how much the times have changed, and I find it sad in a way. But it doesn't make the work less. It's just sad, you know. It's just we seem to have we've had a real change.
Well, Gianni, what's your opinion about it?
It's very simple. Look, I don't think of to make a good movie. It's like saying I'm going to do a good bottle of wine. Wherever they sell it, you can buy Coca-Cola in the supermarket, in a 7-Eleven. You can order from Amazon. So I think that the important is to focus, or at least that's how I do it. I focus on the story and I focus on making
Right,
a good product. Then the
right,
distribution of the product, I think should be an option of who wants to buy it. If you want to see it at home, you'll see it at home. If you want to see it in the theater, I'm not like gonna order and discriminate and be a dictator how you're gonna watch a product. Come on, guys.
Yes, but I think that the problem now is so many movies
The
are
problem
not
now is Ukraine with Russia.
okay.
right. That's the
Yes,
problem.
but this is another program. This is another page. We are talking about cinema, Gianni, not
No, but
about
I
war.
want to go there. I want to go and fight and solve the problem.
Well,
Yes.
So
it's
you need to
But you
help
know
me.
why? But you know why, Pascal? In truth, I just want to say this. If you look back to the movie heroes that we've all believed in, this is a way that we get stimulated. It's like James Bond, or he mentions Batman, Nick. You wish sometimes that these people that you believed in were heroes could go and deal with the madness of the world. It is always connected for many of us to our movie heroes. The difference between right and wrong. That's why we always
Well,
root
that's
for
what
the
I'm saying.
hero.
Pascal is very important, Mark, because Pascal has an audience. Pascal talks to many people, and the way that we need to use this communication is about to stop this war. See a lot of
Right.
program, news journalists, they talk about what Putin wears and what Zelensky saying. And I'm only saying, if I had the power, just you go there and you stop. You need to stop both sides. You know, you can't let two people arguing. Meanwhile, it's costing the life of hundreds, thousands of people. That's what I'm saying.
The
Anyway,
Chinese
let's go
premier
back to.
said that the problem with the tiger has to be solved by who created the problem. So means that
Yeah, but
the Chinese saying that America has a responsibility on this. Well, it's incredible. I
yeah,
mean,
he didn't say America. Hold it, Pascal. We're not going to have a political argument. He didn't say America. He said everyone in NATO and everybody together except for China or Russia. So let's keep it real. He's not rooting for anybody other than for China. But anyway, I'm just happy that you're still doing the LA Italia. I'm sorry that we're not all there, and we do look forward. If all four of us are in Ischia this summer, what a gift that would be.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. Nick, so can you tell us more about the project you're doing with Mark Canton?
We're doing a project. It's a crime movie about called Westies, about the Irish gangs in New York in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's sort of an epic story, and that's the issue Mark and I have. It's a big story. It's a big script. It's like it's an Irish Godfather or Goodfellas. And the question is, will this work as a movie again, or is it something that we have to do streaming? But I think the first issue with Mark and I is getting quality, getting the best actors, making the best project, and then we see how it's distributed or how it gets out. But it is
I
an
was
issue
very,
these
very
days.
honored that Nick asked me to join him on his journey. Yeah.
Well,
And Gianni,
Mark,
what is
I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to embarrass Mark, but he's an iconic man, iconic producer. It's an honor for me to know him and the opportunity to work with him. That's why I went to him first. So I think as a team, we can make a good project, and he's sort of my godfather on this, and we're putting it together.
Gianni? And what is the project you're
See,
doing with Mark Canton now? We expect a big deal as it was
Big.
300.
Yeah, we got a big one.
well, me and Mark, we have an entire lineup of stuff. Hopefully, we'll get one out of this, which is always that would be great. I guess the one that is the closer, that you know me, it's very difficult for me to say what can get made. Just I can get it out of my mouth, but I think that we have a bunch of stuff. Like I said, the one that is in soft progress to production, it's a big sci-fi at Sony.
Big.
I,
Yeah.
I don't think I can say more than that. We have a great young directors. I can say that which we both love very much. We are so happy and satisfied. It's a pleasure to work with. He's a guy called a Welsh, I think, origin
Yeah.
filmmaker by the name of Rhys Thomas.
Right.
Great, great.
So
And he,
we're
yeah,
working
he's
close with Tom Rothman and Sam Panich to push this project to the principal photography by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Now I talked, so it's never going to happen, but it's okay.
come on, you talked and Roma's winning 4-0. It's okay.
So
Yeah,
we bring good luck. We bring, so
that's right.
Right.
What is the key of the success of this event, such as Los Angeles, Italia, Capri, Hollywood, Ischia Global? I remember that Gianni Nunnari, when I started in 1995, he was very skeptic about we're gonna make it. because I mean, he said, why do you make an event across New Year's Eve in Capri? I mean, you're never going to succeed. This year we celebrated at the San Carlo Theatre in Napoli the 26th annual Capri Hollywood, and this year we celebrate the 17th Los Angeles, Italia, and the summer will be the 20 Ischia Global, and of course you are all invited. What is the key of the success of these events?
I think the key is that you have global talent. You have talent from all the areas of the arts, not just limited to any one area. And you set an environment in which people are very, very comfortable, and they feel the history of Italy and its art, and they also feel the strength of that relationship and familiarity with others. And you know, the thing that I think has carried it forward is the number of ongoing friendships that have developed from actually being there. You really feel that in the last 2 years, where so much of our life has been on Zoom rather than in person. The feeling of being together again is very motivating, and I feel like that's people.
No,
Look,
well
Nick
said,
went this year.
Mark.
Yeah,
Mark, really well
yeah.
said. I think Pascal, which you know, I'm very stingy with compliments, including to myself, but Pascal really deserves a lot of rewarding analysis about the fact that he really built something which is unique. How and why is unique? It's a very casual festival. But out of that festival, first of all, the location is incredible. So this island of Ischia is probably one of my favorite, I have to say. It doesn't have any pomposity of being such a snob location. Actually, it's so simple. It's like really going back in the past, and you have wonderful nights. And like Mark said, it is an encounter of people that they are trying to make movies, and they all get together, and they're close to each other. So there's not this something that you know, guys. I'm not a pro for. There's not this red carpet exclusivity only for certain numbers of famous audience or filmmakers. You know, so that's I think what is unique. So God bless you, Pascal. Keep doing what you're doing. And now I'm gonna go back to my soccer game and my tennis match.
So thank you to you, Gianni. You can leave us. I want just a few more minutes of Mark and Nick. So
Bye,
give
Nick. God bless you too.
Bye.
Ciao, Mark. I'll see you. I'll see you later.
Ciao.
Bye.
See you
love to
tomorrow.
Ciao.
AJ. Give a kiss to your son, and tell him I have a
Do.
big gift.
Will do. Ciao,
So,
ciao.
also to Caterina, of course.
Ciao.
So Nick, how helpful
Ciao.
were for you this festival in order to create friendship and work?
Well, I think that's part of it. I think you like a host at a dinner party almost. But your dinner party happens to be bigger. You select some very interesting people to put at the table, and I think the key is everyone there in all your events are so nice and open, and friendships come out of it. And like I'll take Mark for example. We from your festival, we're working on something together, and to me that's a dream. So you have managed, you have a way to bring people together, and all your festivals are so warm and happy and fun. But the atmosphere is one that people, you can get to know people. And I never thought about your festivals to get work out of it. I was just honored to be there. Um, but one thing leads to another when you have like-minded people. And it's great that you're back here. Last year, you left me by myself here in LA to do it, and it was still fun. It was small but fun. But now you're back in a big way, and I think it's important for film that you're back.
So, Mark, what do we want to say to the people to invite them to join the Chinese theater? 50 movies from today, 1 p.m. until next Saturday, 8 p.m. and then the Oscar, and then of course
I think
big sorry,
people...
1 minute. Big honorees. Paolo Sorrentino tomorrow, today Riccardo Scamarcio and Benetta Porcarolli, Valerio Zanoli. Then on Friday, Dante Spinotti, Massimo Cantini Parrini, Enrico Casarosa, and many more talents, Alexandro Pondi, Clementino, Michele Ragno, many more. So they can check the program on losangelesitalia.com. What you say to the audience to join us?
I say to the audience that all the things we've been discussing are possible. Everyone now is coming back out. Everyone is being intelligent. Nobody's setting the rule if you wear a mask or you don't wear a mask. You have to decide for yourself. But it is safe to go out. There's a lucky component always with this festival before the Oscars, and great talent always shows up. And for the audience, it's that thrill of seeing this level of talent and hearing them and watching their work in person, rather than just wishing you could. So this gives the opportunity to reignite yourselves with the ability to actually go into that movie theater we've all been talking about and see great work by Italian masters, and also to see the people again and feel that part of life that we have been very shut down with for too long.
And you, Nick, what do you say in order to invite people to join Chinese theater and also the platform mymovies.it and eventive.org?
Well, I think film lovers who want to get back, or even if they want to watch from home, this festival is always special, and you're going to see a lot of great filmmakers, people that are nominated for the Academy Awards this year, people that are making exciting new films. You show sometimes some older films, new films. It's great for the film lover. It really is made for people who love the movies, and it's such a great eclectic mix. Come on out. You're going to see many great people and also many great films this week. It's
Right.
very exciting that you're back this week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pascal. We love you and we miss you.
Thank you so much. And join the Chinese theater today and until Saturday, March 26. Mark Canton, a great Italiano. Nick Vallelonga, a super Italo-Americano. Enjoy. Hello, Los Angeles. This is Pascal Vicedomini from Roma, Italy. I am so happy to be in touch with you. This is an important day for the festival. This is the 4th day. We are approaching the end of the week when on Friday night at the Institute of Culture in Brentwood, it will be the presentation of the Legend Award to the Maestro Dante Spinotti and to other two candidates to the Oscar, as well as Paolo Sorrentino. We're gonna honor with Maestro Spinotti, Enrico Casarosa, nominated for Best Animation. Luca is the name of the movie, produced by Pixar Disney. Then we have another wonderful artist, a costume designer, nominated to the Oscar for the 2nd time on a row. Last year for Pinocchio, directed by Matteo Garrone. This year for Cyrano, directed by Joe Wright. So it's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. We can see some images all over. There is the preparation of the Oscars, of course, and there is a lot of action. Of course, we are here in this area. It's just in the middle of Hollywood, just around the corner of the Hollywood and Island Center, where there is the Chinese theater, and of course the Hollywood Dolby Theater. As you can see, they're preparing the place where the red carpet covered, and here we moved where we are now in still, yes, in on the red carpet, just in front of the theater where my friend Jimmy Kimmel every single day makes his show, Walk of Fame, where exactly we had the privilege to make the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce present 4 stars. We are happy that we could achieve, thanks to the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, 4 stars for Italian legends. First of all, Bernardo Bertolucci. Then we had Andrea Bocelli, and to follow Maestro Ennio Morricone. I remember that day with Quentin Tarantino, and of course the last time with my beloved friend and dear Maestra Lina Vermeuler in 2019. You can see Hollywood Boulevard very close because they are preparing everything. But let's go live to Hollywood with Maestro Dante Spinotti. What a privilege to have him here. Maestro, buongiorno.
Buongiorno, hello.
Hello.
It's my, hello Pascal, it's my privilege.
No, Maestro, we know how busy you are all the time. You are one of the most beloved Italian men in Hollywood. You are really an icon. The only person talking about men that I remember so much loved was Dino De Laurentiis. Now it's your time. You are the guru of the Italian cinema in Hollywood. How does it feel to be considered so important for the Italian cinema?
Well, thank you, Pascal. I would never get close to the idea of, me being in the same category as Dino De Laurentiis. Dino was a giant of film production, and the reason why I'm here talking to you is I owe it to him. I owe it to Dino, who's been always very supportive. I mean, I worked with Dino for 2 years, for 2-3 years. And then I kept going on and had a wonderful relationship with Marta De Laurentiis, his wife. So thank you, Naples, too. Why not? Naples, I am doing a documentary in Naples with a very good friend of ours who is Trudy Styler. And so I will be back in Naples at the end of May to finish the documentary. And, I've shot there for a month and a half. And I've known Naples way back since I was in the military service, soldier. Because I shot there a very important movie for Naples, which is Così parlò Bella Vista by Luciano De Crescenzo. So yes, I'm happy to be here and happy to have this recognition from Italy, from the Italians, from you, from the Italian community here in Los Angeles.
So you gave me many issues to talk about. You started from my hometown, Napoli, and you cannot believe how proud we are. You and Trudy Styler are making these documentaries. I know that Trudy has been shooting a lot. I know that she's driving you and the producer Luciano Stella and the other lady, my dear friend, I forget the name, but I will back Carolina Terzi. She's making crazy, but actually Trudy is trying to give her love for passion for this area. As you know, Trudy has been serving the Ischia Global Festival as president since 2008 when she first arrived. And in 2009, she also brought her wonderful husband, Sting. Since then, they become almost honorary citizens. And of course, through the years, when Sting come to make concert in Napoli, and of course all the time she's been going through to approach Ischia, she got in love for the town. So I remember when Luciano Stella talked to me about Trudy directing, I said, this is a smart idea, and I really made my effort in order to make it happen. Then, when Trudy was involved, the first thing she says, yes, I'm doing it, just if with me will be Maestro Dante Spinotti.
Mhm. Yes, we did a film probably 30 years ago, I have to say, produced by Mario Orfini in Cinecittà. And since then, it's kind of rare that in the business of, in the profession of making movies, that you establish these very long friendships, meaning you have a very intense relationship while you're doing the film, but then you never know. Maybe you see someone 20 years later, or maybe 2 weeks later. In this case, we've been staying friends for a long time with Trudy and also with Sting. I must say, they're kind of a wonderful couple. And then the enthusiasm of going back to Naples and finding the city again, and which is so exciting and so interesting and so beautiful to shoot. So I'm looking forward even to this final week in Napoli. Not to mention, somebody was talking to me about a life changer recently, a friend of mine. A life changer, talking about food, this food. A real life changer is to be in a restaurant in Naples and have a pizza. That experience is a real life changer, between many other things.
Well, I know that for you it's been much more than a pizza because I know that you've been shooting so many hours of material, and to make just one long feature will be difficult to cut with all the great material you already shot. What do you want to achieve with this movie? I heard that she means Miss Trudy Styler, wants to name this movie, and then there is Naples, e poi c'è Napoli. I don't know if it will be the final title, but this already means a lot to me, that she wants to say that there is Italy and there is the world, but then Napoli is another story. What is the story of Napoli for Dante Spinotti and Trudy Styler?
Well, documentaries are becoming more and more important, more and more spectacular, because of the help of technology. I carry with me a still camera. It's a Leica on my neck all the time. This means that when I see something beautiful, I can pick up my camera, lift it up, and press a button, and I film, and I photograph, and I film what is beautiful in front of me. So this to me is very exciting, because we have of course, a small crew. It's not a crew as big as a movie set. We have a small crew of very good people. We have regular traditional cameras, beautiful, and also a beautiful Napolitan crew, and someone is coming from Rome. But on the side of that, I carry my camera. So that allows me to capture beauty when I see it. And this is very exciting for me. So what am I trying to do? Impacted again by the greatness of this Napoli, of this city, in all its aspects. What's great about Trudy is that she's really digging deep. She's doing a movie looking at Napolitan families, Napolitan professions, artists, named Napolitan artists. What else? There's also some music. There are immigrated people to Napoli. We met on the street some amazing people, like a lady who was as good as any amazing actress you can find on stage, and she took us through some dialogue she invented on the spot without ever looking in camera. I mean, she was a huge talent found. So, you know, we do hope that in the end there will be an interesting visually film about what Napoli is deep down, meaning in a very intimate way, because we go to the people's home, to the family's home. We talk about women's association. We have this encounter with Don Antonio, Rione Sanità, who has some incredible initiatives. We have, of course, we spoke to Roberto Saviano, and a lot of people and characters that were found by Luciano and Lorenza Stella, who are wonderful, really wonderful producers. And I've known through the years for being a very accurate, very serious, very involved, filmmaker and director. And that's how she approached this story, with also an important experience, also a documentarian, because she took part in some award-winning documentaries, some Academy Award-winning, Oscar-winning documentaries with the late Michael Afton. So it's just great, That's why I'm making all the efforts to be back there for the last week at the end of May and complete this film.
Actually, we hope that this year, if you're not busy, you can make also to Ischia finally, July 10, 17. We are dying to have you there, Maestro. Please try to find a little hole in your full agenda between professional commitment and family affair, which is a big part of your life. Considering you are Italian, we totally understand that family first of all. I was very impressed while you were talking, because you spoke a few times about the freedom you have going around with your camera. Of course, being a legendary maestro, there are so many professionals who actually are dying to work with you and to carry on their camera with you to take all the images. But you, during this conversation, did a few times this sign showing this I'm free with my Leica. So you think that technology is helping creativity, though?
Well, technology is only a help. I mean, you do these things. Your contribution to these things, like in any movie, is really a storytelling contribution. Is a contribution to your creativity. However, technology is helping, especially in documentary, because this lightweight camera is very immediate. It's very fast. You just lift it to your eyes. You don't have to take it off the case. You don't waste precious minutes. One morning we were shooting close to a very famous fish store. I'm sure you know it, Pascal. It's somewhere in Rione, Napoli. It's a great fish store, and the main crew was shooting somewhere else. I stayed back there, and at some point, this fish store, which was in the open, with all the beautiful fresh fish brought in, laid out on big tables in front of the store, like a theater operation started. One of the people that were selling fish in the store with the owners, one of the clerks, whatever, they started singing in Napolitan and talking loud, inviting clients to come and check this fish. Hey, it was deep Napolitan. It was a fantastic event that happened right there, in front of my eyes. So we had our sound mixer next to us, who stayed back. And it was just amazing. So in itself, it's a huge, moment of human theater happening right there on the spot that you can capture because you are fast, because you have this new technology that's happening to you. And, the thing tells a story about the way, this culture in Napoli has to do with life, the way they approach life with a lot of energy and with a touch of positive attitude and happiness at the same time.
Maestro, you are being an hero for Hollywood directors for a while. Do you remember when you first arrived in Hollywood with your first job? The world is definitely changed a lot. What's your feeling looking back at so many years ago?
Well, as you said, really a lot has changed in these years, especially from the very first time that my wife to be back then, and I came here. I was doing a film for Vides. It was called I Paladini, Storie d'Armi ed Amore. It was my first movie as a freelance. How many years ago? I don't know, maybe 40, 44, 43. And I was invited to go to Hollywood to meet some of the people who were doing visual effects here to be able to contribute to our movie and do write a relation on what was available in the visual effect world for the film we were showing. Giacomo Mattiato and Vides, Nicola Carraro was the producer. So a lot of time has obviously changed from there. I went to Disney, I went to different companies. But even if I go back to 20 years ago when I came here to do my first movie, wait a minute, it was more than 20 years. I'm sorry, it was 32 years. My first movie was Beaches with Disney. Especially now with also we went through the pandemic, so people for some time didn't go into the movie theaters, went very little. A lot now is television. We have these big television sets in our houses, so a lot of time it's just better to stay home and watch a movie at home as opposed to going out to the theaters. And so we are seeing these changes as well as, for instance, the fact that I remember, as many years ago that my wife and I we were doing the first movie, Beaches, with Disney. And I did the first movie because that first movie here in Hollywood with Disney, because after having seen a movie like Crimes of the Heart, which I did with Dino De Laurentiis producing, and which had three great actresses, Diane Keaton, Jessica Lange, Sissy Spacek, I was kind of considered the cinematographer who could make every lady look 10 years younger. Imagine that. And so Disney called me to have a meeting about the possibility of doing a movie with Bette Midler, who was then a very popular actress, she was making huge box office, making a lot of money with her movies, very successful. And so I came here to do this film with her, with Gary Marshall directing. That was the first time. But I remember when we were going around in Marcella, we were waiting for the answer from the studio, who decided very quickly. Well, I went to lunch, probably got a little drunk, and I went to lunch here in LA. And immediately after, the phone rang, and it was my agent saying, Dante, at Disney, they confirmed that they want you to do the film. And they invite you to go right away to the studio to talk to the head of the studios about doing the movie. And I remember thinking also, guess what, that, the food has changed a lot here in Los Angeles. Meaning back then, it was a very American food. The quality was so. The wines coming from California were not really good. I mean, good and honest, but very heavy in taste. Very, this has changed in these 4 years, normal 35 years, whatever it is, enormously. Now Los Angeles is probably one of the capitals of restoration and great food, and chefs come here to compete. And the California wines are very expensive, but they're definitely comparable with any wine coming from Italy or France.
Especially the wine coming from Palagio, where Sting and Trudy produces several varieties of wine, no? I bet
correct.
you have at home plenty of their wine.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I tried them all, and they recently changed their winemaker, and they're just really excellent and fantastic. Not to forget about some wines from Naples too. I know there's an area where we produce some wonderful wine. Pascal, I don't remember where exactly, but I tried one day and I was really surprised.
Maestro, listening to your answer about my thought of difference between the past and today, I can tell that Los Angeles has changed a lot, but it's not changed the love that the Los Angelino and all America has for Italy, for the Italians, and for real maestros such as you and such as Renzo Piano, considering also that Architetto Renzo Piano has been responsible for the construction of the Academy Museum that was opened last fall with the Visionary Award presented to Miss Sophia Loren. So how do you like the Academy Museum? I know that it was a lot of time, it takes a lot of time to make it work. You are a member of the Academy, you have been twice nominated. Do you recognize yourself in that building done by Renzo Piano?
That is excuse me, let me turn this up. That is a good. Yeah, no, it's not exactly.
Trudy, maybe.
However, I also was when the operation started with Renzo Piano. I also was in the. Oh, I'm sorry. Please. I also was in the
board.
The board of directors of the Academy. So I went to a couple of meetings or 3 with Renzo Piano as well. On encounters, I met him, and that was great. I have to say that finally, this last year and this winter, I was able to come back to Italy and see my kids. I had 2 children in Italy and 2 grandchildren. I was able to come back, and so I haven't had the chance to be quite honest, to go and see the museum, which I will do very soon. So I haven't seen it yet. And
okay, but I had many good things. I mean, in any way, there is not changed the love that American has for us. It's even improved, considering also the 3 nominations that there are this year to the Oscar. We are very well respected.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we have a history here. You probably do not know that the founder of the Bank of America, maybe you don't know, Pascal, the founder of the Bank of America was an Italian man from San Francisco. A guy who probably started, after the big fire, I think, in San Francisco. I don't remember exactly what year. But he had a bancarella, on the harbor of San Francisco, and he was lending money to his Italian, paisanos, Italian connationals. And he did so well that he became the first president, the founder of the Bank of America. So, yes, we are definitely here. We are beloved. As you know, my great colleague Vittorio Storaro is one of the great maestros of lighting for cinema, of telling stories for cinema, because we talk about lighting. In fact, what we do is we tell the story through our camera work on lighting, the camera position. We tell the story, we help tell the story in a film with the director. And we help making it fascinating.
Maestro, you are being honored with so many awards. I think you deserve an Oscar. I hope that you're gonna get it for a movie, but I'm gonna fight to make the Academy honor you as I did for Lina Vermeulen, because you really are somebody who makes the difference in Hollywood. How do you feel so much loved in this difficult business? Because there is no doubt you are one of the most respected professional in that town.
Well, you're very generous in your comments, Pascal. I think one of the reasons is that I'm coming from a region called Friuli, actually from a part of Friuli, which is called Carnia. So those people are kind of recognized from being enduring, sort of hard-headed. You know, coming here was not easy because you're encountering new crews, you're working with new people, nobody knows you. You just have to be able to endure difficult moments, frustrations. And of course, I was lucky because I was kind of born with one talent, which is light and shadows. So you need to probably, you know, trust your talent, and even though the times are hard, just keep going and endure.
Perfect. So, Maestro, I really thank you so much for your time. I can't wait that on Friday night, when the Consul General of Italy, Silvia Chiave, the Director of Italian Institute of Culture, Emanuele Amendola, will honor you at the Italian Institute of Cultura. I'm so sorry, I am in Rome, I won't be with you, but I will try. I will send you a message. I will try to connect, because for me it's a really magic moment to have you attending the Los Angeles Italia Festival, accepting the LA Italia Legend Award. We are so proud of you, and we really looking forward to see you in person in Italy again. And for now, just one word: God bless you, Maestro.
Grazie. Thank you, Pascal. It's great. I'm looking forward to. I'm so sorry you're not going to be here. I was sure that you were here in Los Angeles.
I'm so sorry too, but you know, I am now I am having a live late night show on Rai 2, going just tonight. I go now to make the show live, and it's a 90-minute show, so it's a big deal. And you know, you teach me that when you have the job, first of all, you gotta take care of the job, then you take care of pleasure. And to get to meet you, for me, it's like such an honor. And even with the technology, I am so happy, and really, it was so much. I'm so grateful to you to make this conversation happen. Thank you so much, Maestro.
Ci vediamo a Napoli. Grazie. Thank you.
Grazie a lei.
Pascal.
See you later, guys. Shortly with Gina Gershon again, live from a little bit of Italy, and of course a little from Hollywood.